Does anybody have a question you'd like to ask about the text?
No.
Everybody understood?
Probably what did Leviathans act like?
What did Leviathans act like? Okay, I
Yeah.
think your question is connecting to what my question is. Why is this text even called Leviathan? And you're thinking about the actual creature, the Leviathan, is that right? All right, so we'll answer that question and then let's see how we can take this image and connect it to what he seems to be talking about here. Okay. So let us take a look at so here's some artist images. Can you see these images, guys?
Yeah.
So here's some images. The Bible says it has lots of scales. It's a sea creature. Some people describe it like some type of a dragon. Some people have said it's closer to the crocodile family. So there are some images there.
It kind of looks like a kraken.
Like a what?
A kraken.
A kraken. Wait a minute, where is that creature from? I've heard that name before. I can't hear you, Khalil.
Squid, I think.
I'm not sure where it's from, but like it's just a really big squid that can take down ships.
Okay. So it has a lot of different, people have different, this looks a lot like this one. This looks a lot like what is described in the Bible with the scales and things on the tail and all that stuff.
That kind of makes me think, what if we're all seeing the same thing but calling it different stuff?
True. Yeah. Now the funny thing is, watch this, is the picture on the book where this text is from is this. As a description of Leviathan. That's the picture that the author, Thomas Hobbes, uses for his book. All right, so now that we've looked at the images of and representations of Leviathan, Charles, it's a great way to open our discussion. What happened to Jordan? How do you think that connects with what has been discussed here? Like, is he talking about creatures or some type of animal or dragon? What is he talking about in this text?
I think, you know how he said state of nature?
Yes.
I think he was talking about like the state of nature is kind of like the Leviathan, how it's big and just huge.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are scared of it. So like the state of nature is kind of like scary. And I guess we feel like everybody else is like a Leviathan while we're in the state of nature because we always want to protect what we have.
Oh.
And basically we think everybody else is an enemy and we're trying to and also everybody's trying to fight each other, stuff like that.
So do you all, can you identify with that? Can you identify with having a sense of you have to protect something from some unseen danger that could take over your life, what you have, what you own?
I think this also connects kind of like to society, like it said, like if you do a crime, then that fear of the police finding out and going to jail kind of taking over your life, a little bit like that.
Yeah. So it seems like he's saying that nature of Leviathan is what creates human society. Either the fear of Leviathan or being a Leviathan, maybe.
I think the Leviathan is society in a way.
Ah, why do you say that?
Because I mean, society, it says, I'm pretty sure it says in the book that without fear we we get in a state of nature. So
Yes.
everybody is scared of the Leviathan. That fear would put us out of the state of nature, which is society, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else, these are great thoughts, Ruben. Does anybody else have a perspective on what he's talking about with regards to Leviathan? What do you think he's talking about? And remember, there's no right or wrong answers, no need to be afraid or nervous. You know, all of these thoughts help us think. Like Charles wanting to know what the picture looks like was really helpful for me, imagining this concept of there being an outside enemy or a society coming after what we own.
That kind of makes me think of countries and how we try to protect our area and not let other countries come in.
Yes. Why does your voice sound lower than it did last week, though? What in the Sam Hill? Yes. These y'all children, y'all growing up too fast. I just can't take it. Lord help me, God. Okay, so like always afraid, like if you think about, even if we apply it to the election time, like when Russia was interfering with our election, there was this fear of Russia taking over America. Would that be like, Ruben, is that what you mean too? Is it, so wait a minute, so Ruben, when you say you feel like society is Leviathan, are you talking about the society is filled with all types of enemies and we're all the enemies of each other fighting against each other?
Basically, what I meant was kind of like society, as in like the police, just I guess you could say the media, just all of that combined, and like just higher authority, the government. It kind of suppresses that state of nature.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
You know where it says, like fighting is commonly known and accepted. It's like called war, like war.
Yes.
Like that's what Ruben's saying. Like, is everything just a word? Like we're like, this is not even fighting. This is just like we just like word. Like
Yes.
like right there.
Yes.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
That's what I want to add on.
Yes. So we're kind of always at war with somebody, you know, fighting for survival,
Yeah.
fighting. Yeah.
With anything, basically.
Yeah.
Like it says, like if two people want something, they would try to like destroy each other to get what they need
Yes.
to keep themselves alive.
It's like, remember when like Costco was running out of paper and stuff? Like people was fighting for it.
Yes.
Like that.
That's a good example of a Leviathan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I had a
probably-
fear, like we were so afraid we were gonna run out of paper. My husband and I found like this backwoods factory where we could get these big, like the rolls of toilet paper were like used in factory, people who work in large factories, and like they were like this big. And my husband ordered like a box of them just to make sure we always had, because we were like, what do we do if we run out of toilet paper? So that was a fear of something. And those people, all those trying to take as much as they could, were kind of like a Leviathan. I mean, you think about a Leviathan, right? It does kind of, when it comes into the presence of something, it attacks, it consumes it all, right? I think there's even a verse in the Bible that says Leviathan breathes fire. That's why some people think it might be like a dragon. So if you think about dragons and how when they come out, they go, like if you've seen Lord of the Rings, it just consumes the whole town with its fire, or the Hobbit. I think that's the Hobbit. Something that's all consuming power taking over another power. How does this go ahead, Charles?
I said they probably only do that because like it's like kill or be killed. Like if you don't kill them first, they gonna kill you. So that's probably why it acts like that.
Yes. So like survival of the fittest. It's about survival. Any other thoughts? Tony, thanks for connecting it to what we're going through with the virus. That's a good example. What else? Any other thoughts? I have not heard from Kevin or Jordan.
No, I have a thought. I think this is what like the text like in this little.
Hold on one
thing.
second, Jordan. I can't see anything but the top of your head, and I can't really tell if you're paying attention to what we're doing today. Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
Like my thought is, I think this is what like the text that we read was talking about. It's basically talking about survival and war.
Survival and war.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so this is talking about survival and war, how countries,
Yeah.
places are fighting with each other to, so it seems like, okay, so what causes war? Especially if you think about what he wrote.
Oh,
Disagreements,
Disagreements about what?
like beliefs that don't kind of counteract each other.
But why would one country want to be at war with another country over a belief?
Maybe because one country is doing something that belief that the other country has thinks is not right.
Okay. But why would that matter? If one country's over here minding its business and one country over here is minding it, like he talked about, for a while, people may be at peace. One country's over here doing fine and one country's over here doing fine. All of a sudden, there's this clash. Ruben is saying that clash oftentimes comes from maybe this country over here doesn't agree with the belief of this country. Why would that make them want to go to war with them if they're both minding their business?
Because some people want everything.
Say it again.
Some people want everything.
So it's about control.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling more people. Okay. What else? Does fear drive war? Does fear make someone or something?
Yes.
What
Yes.
kind of fear? Okay. What kind of fear, Tony?
Like losing your life.
Losing your life. Now let's take that losing your life. Now we take that not just the physical life. Maybe some places are fearful of losing their lifestyle, like their culture, their belief system.
Like in India, I was watching a video and apparently you cannot kill cows.
Okay. So how does that connect to what we're talking about? Open that up a little bit.
I don't know. I just wouldn't understand.
So because that's their belief, they worship the spirit of the cow, right? So how would that connect to Leviathan? I'm trying to help you. How would that connect to Leviathan? Why would that develop an enemy in someone, that belief?
Because I feel, I think because that's their belief.
It is.
That's like killing a human for them, I guess.
So do you think maybe they would fight to
for
protect
us,
that belief?
killing cows like normal.
So would somebody maybe go to war because they're afraid of that belief being destroyed?
Yes, yeah, okay. They would.
Yeah, okay. Jordan, sweetie, I have not heard from you, my friend.
Maybe some people, not all of them, but
right.
Maybe.
Maybe some. Jordan, do you have a question? Is there something you don't understand? Did you get a chance to finish reading?
No, because the Wi-Fi went off.
Okay, well, you should tell me, sweetie. Okay, but you have your book. What does that have to do with reading?
Okay, I was trying to figure out why the Wi-Fi went off.
Okay, I can accept that. That's fine. You can always tell me. That helps me know. Okay, any other thoughts before we close this out? Okay, So Charles, I think last time you came late or whatever, we didn't get a chance. You owe me an essay on last week's reading, which was the page before.
I
Yeah.
got it.
Good. Just send it to Miss Sherry. Say and call it Makeup Seminar. Okay. Jordan, I need you to finish reading and do the same. When you don't read and engage now, then you have to do a makeup essay. I need you to write a short summary on what we read.
Okay.
Okay. So you can make up for this discussion. All right, that was good, guys. I appreciate you engaging with me on that. All right, so don't forget this week's project topic is your history. Khalil, did you hear what I just said, sir?
History.
Khalil, what's the topic for this week, friend?
It's definitely not science.
All right, and so history. What is your history topic, sir?
African people in that Bible book.
Thank you. I just want to make sure we're clear. Thank you. All right. Have a good afternoon, and I'll see you at Whirlpool.
Mr. Nika,
Yes.
I have a question. What is this book?